As most of you know by now, my fellow agents, the introduction of Year 5 Season 1 brought with it a major overhaul to XP farming, and a lot of things in the open world have changed. Therefore, in today's video, I'm going to show you a few new methods I'm hitting up to stack XP in a very short amount of time. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as we roll into the weekend, my friends, I wanted to throw a video together really quick showing you a very efficient way to farm for XP so you can ideally get through that seasonal reward track, get some of that good loot, and start putting together new builds. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and you know we have giveaways, but I will save that to the end. Now, a few things I want to mention as we begin. First of all, this video is truly designed for new and returning players just getting back into the game. It is all about farming XP and managing your time properly. Now, most of you know this, but for those of you that may not, the higher the difficulty that you choose and the more directives you have active equals more XP for each individual event that you may accomplish. However, and this is something you've heard me say in previous videos, but this farming guide is specifically for XP. Obviously, the higher the difficulty does equal better loot as well, but the main focus for this video is how much XP can you earn per hour. And for many of you out there, when you drop the difficulty, add some directives, you can absolutely shred through the content. Now, one thing I need to make sure I mention as we move on, and you can see this on screen right now, anytime a season begins, when a new target is available, you're going to get double XP for the first 15 shade levels that you gain. So when you're playing this game and you see an insane amount on the screen, that is why those numbers are so high. But again, once you get past those first 15 shade levels, things will get back to normal. Now, you can see on the screen right now, these are the changes to the XP activity and the percentage in regard to what you're actually going to be earning. Now, I know for many of us out there, we have been farming resource convoys non-stop because they were giving us double XP the entire time. That has now been taken out of the game. Now, when I look at this chart, you can see obviously there are some nerfs, but there are some major buffs as well. And the one that stands out to me is not only the control points, but the public executions. Those are things you can clear in a matter of minutes, if that, and when you find a great one on the map. And when I say great one, I'm referring to one that is very close to a fast travel point, because once again, remember, the focus of this is time management. So when you can find one that you can travel to at a really quick rate, you can farm this thing over and over if it happens to be one that continues to respawn. And of course, in a moment, I will give you an example of that. Now, you can see here, once I load into the location and I get here, it's going to take me maybe 60 seconds to clear the thing. Now, to give you a baseline, I am doing this on challenging with 3 directives, and like I said before, if you do this on heroic with more directives, you're going to get more XP, but remember, the goal is to be able to rip through this as quickly as possible. Now, when I clear it, you will notice that I get over 600,000 XP, but remember, agents, this is because you can see I'm at seasonal level 5 and that double XP is still active. Now, I will show you later the amount of XP you will actually earn when you've cleared those first 15 shade levels, but right now I want to show you how to reset everything. So you can see in the map, all you do is hit the right directional pad on your controller. That is going to open up global settings, and all you need to do is reset your control points, and when you do, you will be taken back to the nearest safe house. Now, at that point, ideally, when you open up your map, you're going to see the exact same public execution at the exact same spot, which means 2 things. First of all, you should be able to rinse and repeat this as many times in a row as you like, and the best part is that once you do this once or twice, you are going to learn the timing of the NPC, because since it is in a stationary location, the NPCs are going to spawn the exact same way pretty much each time, and that is going to really make this farming method efficient. Now, one thing I want to make sure I mention as we move on is not all of these public executions or any of these world events will necessarily spawn every single time that you try to reset it. So what I recommend doing is this: try to reset it once. If it doesn't work, try a second time. If it doesn't work that second time, the best thing is these are located all across the map, and once you find one that happens to respawn for you non-stop, my fellow agents, you are going to be ripping through this really quick. As always, I sincerely hope this helps you out, and if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. Now, there happen to be 2 things I'd like to mention really quick before I wrap this video up. First of all, this is not going to get you in trouble. It's not a glitch or an exploit. You are playing the game as intended. I mean, if you want to do the same 1 to 2 minute loop over and over again, it is completely and totally up to you, my friends. I mean, the thing is, it's the exact same thing as speedrunning a mission or a control point, something like that. Now, remember, remember, and I said this a few times, the main focus of this farm is gaining that XP as quickly as possible. Now, ideally, you can do this on Heroic with more directives, but for many of you out there, you're not going to be able to be as efficient on Heroic because it's going to take you longer to clear it. So again, my friends, my recommendation is drop the difficulty, add some directives, and like I said before, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. There happen to be two things I'd like to mention really quick as I wrap this video up. First of all, this is not about ripping through that search and rescue content. This is about trying to get through the actual seasonal reward track as quickly as possible. And the main reason for that is because I want that new exotic assault rifle now. That's at level 90. It's going to take a minute to get to. So for me, being able to farm this way really helps me get there in a much faster amount of time. And then at that point, I really take my time with the seasonal content in regard to the search and rescue stuff. I cannot wait to get more involved in the story. And remember, fellow agents, play this game any way you want. One of the best things is that this is just one of many new viable ways to farm for XP in the game. Now you'll see here in a moment, once the double XP is turned off from those initial 15 shade levels, on challenging with 3 directives in about 90 seconds of time, I'm going to be getting over 330,000 XP, and in my opinion, that is a great way to stack that XP really quick. With all that being said, I want to take a moment as always and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, we are having a giveaway for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced August 1st of this year. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage, and as I said earlier, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.